What's up, guys? So, it's time for another eBay grab bag search. This one should be just like the last video that I did. These have about 500 stamps in here. And so I'm going to put on a pot of coffee and get into seeing what's inside this eBay grab bag. So we're doing our usual spread them out. I get all the big stuff out first, souvenir sheets and whatnot, then start organizing my piles. This all together probably took me, I'm gonna say, 45 minutes. I was watching a Brad Pitt movie called Fury from 2014 while doing this. World War II movie. Surprisingly good. I recommend it. Anyways, bit by bit, the big pile disappears and gets dispersed into these little itty-bitty piles. You know, I don't feel like doing this every day, but some days it just feels right. And it just so happens today ended up being one of those days, huh? Why not? Alright. I did it. So, that took me over and a half an hour. I know because my camera stopped, so I might have missed some of this. I didn't notice. But, well, I'm time-lapsing this anyway. But this is where I've ended up. There's still some over here that you can't see, and so I kind of spread my piles out. I swear I get like just a smidgen better at this every time I do it, and I had the plan, like usual, before I go to sort any of this. I'm going to group things, you know. In my mind, I'm like, okay, so this is going to be like Africa, you know, Nigeria, Ghana, you know, Togo, you know, that kind of stuff. And over here, I started kind of a row of, you know, Spanish countries, you know, Spain, Guatemala, you know, Costa Rica, Chile, that kind of stuff. And over here was British Empire stamps, you know, Bermuda, Jersey, Great Britain, Malta, you know, that kind of idea, Barbados, and, you know, Australia, New Zealand, that kind of stuff. I just kind of had, some of it isn't perfectly organized, but, yeah, that really is a huge help. I had a lot of kind of the usual suspects, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, awful lot of those. I have a big, fat, leaning tower of Russia. I did not expect that. Over here is like Middle East, you know, Syria, United Republic, Qatar, you know, Sri Lanka, Ceylon, you know, that kind of stuff. I've just got kind of like some random ones, kind of Asian-ish, Thailand, Philippines. So my kind of general areas, I'm like, over here's Germany. And, you know, like that kind of stuff is a huge help when you're sorting out a pile of stamps. So I just want to remind any of you, or tell you if you don't know, that is a great method to sift through and organize a bunch of stamps, you know. Group, and some of them, you do whatever tricks you want, like, let's see, Malawi and Malaysia. I have no freaking idea, to be honest, if they're even related, but they sound very similar. I'm like, Malawi, Malaysia. So anytime I see a Malawi, I'm like, boop, I know that Malawi or Malaysia is right there. Those little kind of things definitely help to organize these, because, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of piles, just like usual, and I still get confused. I'll pick up like a Philippine stamp and be like, oh crap, where the heck was that? And sometimes I spend literally like 2-3 minutes just staring at the piles, like, where was this, you know? And so anyways, I have a pretty good span here of stuff, and I'm gonna take you off my little camera arm and we'll just kind of browse over them real quick. So we'll start at the bottom left corner here. I got only one British Guiana this time. We got a Southern Rhodesia, Malta, one Vatican stamp. Kind of surprised. I expected more. A couple of duplicate jerseys, Bermuda, Malaysia. Looks like just a little stack of the same ones over and over. Let's see. One San Marino. Only one. Surprising. I expected more of some of these. You just never know, though. So this is Great Britain, Barbados, what is this? This is French. Now I know these are like the new one. The one underneath is I think New Caledonia, and this one's actually just probably France. But I stacked them together because they're both French. They got the RF. Yeah, Barbados, Denmark, one of Monaco, one United Nations, right? A couple of Netherlands, little Sweden, Ireland, a little stack of New Zealand, right? Not bad, a little stacky poo. Malawi, Haiti, Zambia, a couple of those. A pretty decent stack of South Africa and Spain. Also Australia, a good bit of those. Ireland, I had a couple. Sweden, just a couple. Netherlands, just a couple again. And, yeah, so. And kind of get into my Spanish section. Cuba, that's my coffee beeping. I decided to make it late. Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, this is just a couple of Mexico. I'm kind of glad I usually get a lot of those. A couple of Guatemala, duplicates. Togo. One Paraguay. Little stack of Costa Rica, not much. Chile. Colombia. Just a couple of duplicate Norways. I'm actually surprised I didn't get more Norway. Iceland. Papua New Guinea. Trinidad Tobago, Bhutan, Jamaica, what's that? Ecuador, pretty cool little pair there. And so I actually got a lot of Albania. There's actually more than it looks like in there. I'm a little surprised. I don't know what the deal is with so much Albania. Again, if for those of you that don't know, this whole Shqiperia, whatever, that's Albania. I finally am able to just remember that. It's such an odd name that it's finally stuck with me. Austria. I definitely got some of those. There's one over here. Let me see if I can tell through the camera. Yugoslavia, I think is what that was. One Yugoslavia. This is Bosnia and Herzegovina. I did get a few of those and some Bohemia and Moravia. Actually, as I look at that, I realize that that's actually, I think that's Czechoslovakia in that one. But anyways, this is DDR, right, East Germany. Then we have West Germany, little stack, so not a whole bunch of those. Just a massive buttload of Hungary, kind of like usual. Oops, sorry. So, I'm pretty sure there's more in there than it looks, than it appears. And then Czechoslovakia, nice stack of that. I do have actually some more Poland under here. This big one's kind of hiding the stack. That was the last one I got. Thailand, Italy, Philippines, Suriname, Grenada and the Grenadines. So this is where I didn't like perfectly organize everything. I feel like those should probably been maybe in the kind of British section, but whatever. And Canada, decent little stack, right? Newfoundland right next to Canada, appropriately. I mean, this is like the Middle Eastern area over here. Qatar, UAR, what is that? Sorry, Ceylon, right there. Turkey, Syria, and the Syrian Republic. I just kind of grouped them together. Israel. And then this is just Greece, Cyprus, Sri Lanka, Dhofar. So a couple of oddballs. Sharjah, what was that? Dhofar there. So anyways. One India. Just one Indian stamp. Then we had Romania. Actually have a good little stack of those. Liberia here, one single stamp, one Bulgarian stamp, and we do have some Switzerland there. I expected more of those as well. I'm actually surprised I didn't get more of those. And then the giant Leaning Tower of Russia. My goodness, just a massive amount of Russian stamps. Now, I did also get, I kind of laid out to begin with the SUV sheets and or blocks, that I have. That one I actually quite like. That's got a matron on there. Looks like, and I'm not familiar with that one. It's kind of a double portrait. It's like a newer matron over like the old penny black design or something. That's actually an interesting SUV sheet. I like it. I actually like that one. Then I have a little Romanian Red Cross overprint set here, it looks like. I do like that. That's nice. Complimentary, huh? Somebody must have got that as a complimentary item to some kind of purchase. This one is quite curled, but Tanzania, Locomotive series. There's a little glare. Sorry about that. Suriname, little SUV sheet. State of Oman. Some cool animals. I like the hippo and the cow, whatever that is. Big ox-looking thing. What is this? Lear? Oh, San Marino. But it's, I guess, surcharged Lear. So a little set of San Marino there. We got a State of Oman, Doggy. Another Oman, that's clearly a CTO. Actually, these are both probably CTOs. Canada, a little set of 3. Surname, a little SUV sheet. Quite a curl to it. It's more Oman. Oman Dufar. And then one of those, gosh, I'll have to pick it up. I can't remember. The name escapes me at the moment. Al Kuwain, of course. A little SUV sheet from Al Kuwain. So, a bunch of different stuff going on there. Those little comically small stamps. Completely worthless. So, that was a pretty good run overall. Jeez, let me lean back here. Okay, now I need a cup of coffee because I need to sort all this crap in my cabinets. And I'm going to the bigger piles. I wanted to do that overview so you could kind of see everything that I ended up with. And then the bigger piles, I'm going to spread some of them out so you can actually take a look at some of the stamps. Alright, did a little cleanup job here. Just filed all that stuff in my cabinets. Now I'm left with a bunch of piles here of somewhat larger amounts of stamps. So let's take a look at these one at a time. Alright, the first stack here is Italy. So we've got 7 stamps. This guy looks like a shepherd. A few interesting stamps, some portraits. Actually, these look like duplicates. Yeah, not bad. These were the Polish stamps. A couple of duplicates of the ship. Looks like an art stamp right there. These are probably from the same series. A little flower. Yeah, pretty cool. This one actually I think is supposed to go like that. These ones are New Zealand. This one looks like a Christmas. It says a Holy Family Christmas. 10th anniversary Asian Oceanic Postal Union. New Zealand Day, Christmas. It's just some kind of guy doing something. Another Christmas, a little airplane. Here she is with some cattle. And the 100th anniversary Council of Government Wanganui. So Australia, definitely a few here. There was a couple of duplicates. That was a duplicate, and I had 2 of those. But a nice little array of stamps. I like this pterodactyl stamp. That's actually pretty cool. I like that one. I've actually sold the set that this comes from before. These ones look a bit older. That too. And some relatively new ones. So overall, not a bad haul of Australia. Republic of South Africa. I did have some duplication here. These are probably Well, I don't know. I was thinking these were the same set, but they definitely are a little bit different. Actually, some more duplication. Sometimes I don't take all the duplicates out right away, but it looks like a dam. What's my favorite one of these? Probably this one. That one's pretty cool. I do like that stamp. That's neat. I like that. Cool. Alright, here's Spain. So, a bunch of duplicates of all these very common Spanish stamps. This one too. This is the only single I had. You know, I hate to say it, but to be totally honest with you guys, these stamps bore the hell out of me. These ones, you know, I've sorted through a lot of mixtures, and man, I am just so tired of seeing this freaking stamp with this guy's face. I don't even know who he is. I'm sure he's the president. Yada yada. But their stamps are boring to me, and maybe I just haven't seen enough variety. I mean, honestly, every mixture I ever go through, I always find this stamp. You know, how many of these did they print? I mean, how many millions? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the mood where maybe something finally clicked in my head. I'm like, I'm sick of seeing these. I don't know what to say. See, that one's neat. I like that. I mean, I don't hate all Spanish stamps, but I mean, gosh darn, I've just got to say, I'm just tired of these. These are boring to me at this point. So here's the Ghana haul. I actually like this Christmas stamp. That's kind of nice. They're riding camels. Looking at, I don't know what that is, the North Star or something. And this is World Food Day from '81. Some pretty butterflies. I like the rabbit. Fight tuberculosis with our tuberculosis symbol. Nice bridge. And another Christmas stamp. This one's '81. Alright, so this is Nigeria. I do have some duplicates here. Sorry about the noise above, as usual. So, some kind of bronze, some cattle herders, some kind of birds, weavers it says. Oh cool, looks like they're weaving their nest. That's actually pretty nice. This says ground nuts. I'm not sure what's going on there, but nice stack of stamps. Alright, this is Dominica. A couple of space stamps. These are pretty cool. Oops, this one's actually a horizontal stamp. I'm not actually sure. It says something. Whatever. I'm not going to bother identifying it. Boy Scouts. This is Grenada and the Grenadines. I got 5 stamps here. That one's definitely Jesus. Plane, pretty cool shell. Looks like George Washington. The surrender of Lord Cornwallis. Okay. And the 14th World Jamboree. Okay, we've got Austria here. So, some horseback riders, another horseback rider, a couple of portraits. This one's pretty old and faded looking. And, yeah, these are just some older ones. This one's an overprint. Let's say Deutsch something. I'm not going to get into it too much. Kaiserlich. Huh. So the ones that kind of stand out to me are these imperforate old ones with, what is this guy? Hermes or something? I forget. But these are old ones. You know, I've looked these up before, and gosh darn it, I just can't remember everything. But these might be like newspaper stamps or something like that. I'm not sure. They may be actual definitives or regular issues, but you know, these ones, when I first found them, I remember thinking that they were probably worth something, but not really. You know, a couple bucks CAD or something like that, so they don't have any major value. And these are all pretty old, relatively, so Pretty cool stamps. I like this bunch. So I felt compelled to look these up. They are newspaper stamps. Good memory. And these are imperforate from 1910. The 2 value, or the 2 denom, is P15B, 25 cents used, and then the 10 is P17B, Carmine Rose, 35 cents. 35-cent cat value. So yeah, I knew they weren't worth much. Being imperforate, they kind of come off like that, but they're just newspaper stamps. Old Austrian newspaper stamps. Alright, we've got some grease here. Not sure what's going on. Looks like they're carrying some guy. Portrait, kind of a double portrait. This one looks like potentially an overprint. We've got a pretty cool ship. Some kind of battle scene. Looks like a water battle. It's just some kind of statue or something. This one looks like it's double overprinted. Red grease and then a black 1922. Might be a black surcharge since there's a numeral there. And a horse. Yeah, not bad. I like this bunch as well. So this is the spread of Hungary. I figured I'd freehand it just to give you guys a look. Pretty broad variety of different stamps. A nice bunch. I almost always end up with a bunch of Hungary when I'm sifting through grab bags or collections. I do like the diamond shaped stamps. Those are cool. I like the Gandhi stamp. Overall, nice bunch of stamps. What is that one? Some kind of worker. Yeah, so this is a nice group. Pretty good haul of Hungary here. So this is Albania. Another good haul. A lot of these stamps have developed a heck of a curl. Unfortunately, but I don't think that actually detracts from the value of the stamps. I think that that's actually a natural thing. I had a comment from James the Digital Philatelist once, since I had mentioned in a prior video, just like, I was wondering if these curled stamps could be considered mint. He says, yeah, it's just kind of a natural thing that happens to some of them, but they can always be straightened out, put them in a stock book or an album. But anyways, these ones, these double-headed ones, these are cool. Definitely seen those before. I don't think those are actually valid postage, if I remember correctly. I have another one down here, so there's 3 of those altogether. I've got some nice animal stamps. Actually, as I look at this one, I think the design was meant to be horizontal. Oh yeah, I was going to mention, I actually do like this one. Probably an overprint and a surcharge. Oops, that one actually was double layered. I mean, these are interesting stamps, I gotta say. I don't know a whole lot about Albania, but I do come across their stamps, that's for sure. And I do like this one. Clearly some kind of slogan cancel, I would imagine. Something about postal something. So that one's kind of cool. Kind of piqued my interest a little bit. Here's another overprint. I mean, these are cool stamps. I do like these. This one, I wonder if that symbol was actually part of the original design or an overprint. I feel like it's an overprint because they probably would have centered it a little better, but anywho, nice bunch of stamps. So here's Czechoslovakia. Every time that I ever kind of look at Czechoslovakian stamps, I hate to say, I'm always kind of rolling my eyes in the back of my head thinking, here we go, a bunch of, CTOs or whatever. Just, in my mind, Czechoslovakia is just notorious for, basically they just printed an absolutely obscene amount of stamps. It's like they flooded the market. So they kind of left that impression with me. A lot of collections I go through, there's just so many. Czechoslovakia, but you know, these are not the worst looking stamps. They're not bad, but they do kind of remind me of Germany in a way. You know, I had a subscriber comment once saying that he thought German stamps were just so boring because they all look the same and they're just like too neat and tidy, you know, like no character, you know. And these definitely have more character. Well, I don't know if character is the right word, but more variety, you know, than as far as like just the kind of design, the designs in general, than German stamps. German stamps are kind of boring, I would agree, in a way. They don't have a lot of life to them, to be frank. When I look at these stamps, I think that they're a little bit more variety and a little bit more character and life to them than a lot of German stamps, but maybe I've just seen so many of them that they kind of fall in the same general category in my mind of, you know, I mean, like if I look at stamps from like, I don't know, like African countries, I think that they're way more beautiful and vibrant than these stamps. But maybe it's just that I've literally gotten tired of looking at just a million zillion Czechoslovakian stamps. I mean, they just, I've just seen so many of them. Like Beethoven or something? I don't know. Adam? Okay, definitely not Beethoven. Well, anyways, those are just some of my thoughts, but this is a good lot of stamps. I like them overall. Look at this stack of Russia. Let's spread this out. Alrighty, so here's Russia. I will say of probably the most of any single country in this grab bag, I think ended up being Russia. This is a pretty big spread and all kinds of different stamps here. Very cool. I like them. A lot of these definitely have that curl as well. One thing I do like about Russian stamps is they have interesting sizes, you know, like this one's like this big long horizontal one. Here's another one that I actually quite like. That's a cool stamp. Awesome animal. And, but yeah, these have almost all of them have quite a curl, and I guess it was probably how they were stored, to be frank. I'm thinking before they were ever put in this grab bag, they were stored in a manner that probably accentuated this curl on these stamps. But these are cool, and I just realized a little duplication there. I do actually kind of like this stamp here. I'm not sure what it says, but it's obviously 63. And yeah, so these are good looking stamps. I like these. See, like I like these a lot more than, at least the look of them and the variety. I definitely like these more than Czechoslovakia. Anyways, these are cool. Now, I've only got just a little handful of stamps I set to the side that I don't know what they are. And one of them is just going in my nude art stamp collection, but let me show you those real quick. Alright, filed all those away. Kind of annoying getting those curled stamps into stock cards. That was a little bit annoying. I have to have a little patience when doing that. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, stamps that are curled like that. Kind of bothers me somehow. But anyways, these are the stamps that I just couldn't identify right off the bat, or were going to go in one of my collections. So that one's just going to the nude art stamp collection. Pretty simple. Now, this, if it'll focus, I didn't know what that was right away. It's probably Cyrillic or something, but I'm not sure. This one I totally have seen before and identified, and gosh darn it, I swear it, I just can't remember where it's from. I've actually mentioned this stamp in another video, said the same thing. Where is that from? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. And then these guys, I just can't read any of that. I don't know where it's from immediately, so I'm going to check on all these guys. We'll see. Okay, so this guy first is Bulgaria. Stamp Identifier Act worked great. Go figure, it's Parliament Building, issued 1919. Bippity boppity. Boop. Alright, it's Belgium. Once again, stamp identifier app shines through. Belgium, 1949 railway locomotive. Actually, every time that I forget this stamp and have to look it up, I think to myself that the 8 kind of looks like a B in the top center. Maybe if God is willing, I can actually try and remember that the next time I see it. Belgium, Belgium, Belgium. Okay, cool. Alrighty, these two are Iran. Interestingly, I snapped a picture of this one, and instead it immediately didn't even give me a selection. It just pulled up this one, which is the other stamp. So that was kind of weird, but nonetheless it did help me identify where it's from. 1936. So these are Iranian stamps. Go figure. Anyways, that does it. Let me file these last two away. You know, by the way, guys, I just wanted to mention these awesome little desk holder things that I got on Amazon. They're fantastic. Keep all your pens, your tongs, right? I got a letter opener, some scissors. These are on Amazon, and I think I'm going to put a link in the description just so that you guys, in case anybody's interested, they're just adhesive. You peel them off, stick them on the side of your desk. I absolutely love those things. It is so convenient to just have that stuff off of my desk surface and on the side there. And I was laying everything here before, but that was super duper annoying. And I knock them off constantly. So I, so far, absolutely love these. And they seem like a pretty strong hold. If I ever have trouble, I guess I could tape them or screw them down, to be frank, since I have a wooden desk and it's not particularly valuable. I don't care about it. And I was even thinking of replacing it at some point. So yeah, I might screw them down if they give me any trouble. But man, I absolutely love those little holders. It keeps all that stuff organized on the side. It's a beautiful thing. And just kind of to talk for a sec, I was just kind of feeling like going through this cabinet a little bit. You know, since I just filed all these stamps away, I'm still amazed at the sheer volume of material that I have. Goodness. Man, we have so many Kyle's Cabinets episodes to go. This top section I actually ended up kind of converting into personal filing cabinet here, but I still have like US back here. And yeah, you know, when I just go through these cabinets, man, I just feel like talking about it, I guess. So we've already gone through all this in Kyle's Cabinets, and these are not very full. See, there's still space, but certain drawers in this thing are just ridiculous. See, there's no give. Like this drawer is just filled with stuff. I guess Czechoslovakia, jeepers. And you know, I got like back there. There's more even. I can't even pull them all out here. Yeah, I mean, it's cool for me. I do like that I've put this much work in the past, and I've, you know, it's all just here for me. But there's so much freaking. Look how full these are. I can barely move them. There's so much stuff in these folders. My God, I really have done a lot of sorting, I tell you what. So I'm looking forward to getting through all of these different folders at some point. We've got plenty of Kyle's Cabinets episodes to go. You know, man, this drawer's very firm. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's stacked. As I look at it, you know, I mean, I should probably start doing more Kyle's Cabinets just so we can work through some of this stuff, because, man, I've just got so much stuff in here, and it's all, you know, cool and fun to look at, and just so many different countries, so much different stuff. You just never know. You got the whole freaking world in here. Anyways, I really do love these cabinets, and one day we'll get to the end of this last drawer, but we are a long way away, and Anyways, I just love those cabinets. Aren't those fantastic? Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed going through that grab bag. That was fun. Took me a little bit of time, and I'm ready for breakfast, but I enjoy doing that every now and then. I still have a lot of those, specifically those grab bags left. I don't know how many's left in this box I have, but I got a bunch of those to go yet. And after having sifted through several of them at this point, they'll have generally the same kind of contents, but it seems like they're not all the same, and they have different stuff in each one, and some just seem to have a majority of one country versus the other, so I just never seem to know. Although I will say they're all sort of similar. I'm always touting my grab bag, but I think mine has a better variety than that. But yeah, after going through probably 5 or 6 or something at this point of those bags, I mean, they're similar. They're pretty similar, each one. So I do like them though. They're not bad. I think that grab bag had the most curled stamps out of any of them that I've gone through so far, and so I didn't really like that so much, but whatever. I just want to just take a second and just kind of talk to you guys and mention that I appreciate you guys, you subscribers, and you guys who watch my video and support me. It's nice of you. I do all this for fun. It's just a hobby. I never claim to know it all or be, some advanced expert philatelist. Everything that I show, everything that I've learned, it's all just been for fun and part of the hobby for me, and I enjoy it. So I do get burnt out sometimes. I definitely just took like a month break from kind of doing any kind of stamp work at all. I never know when that's going to happen. It just kind of happens. And I've done that before, just kind of like just not feeling it for a while. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs a break every now and then, and stamp collecting, as far as hobbies go, is quite involved, and it takes a good bit of work and thought. You can't just mindlessly, work your way through them. You have to think, and especially if you're creating an album, and so it's involved. It's just not simple. It could be. It would be simple as if I only collected dog stamps, and all I did was just find dog stamps and put them in a stock book and say, here's my dog stamp collection. That's simple. What's not simple is trying to thoughtfully create albums and, identify correctly with confidence all the different stamps and put them in a logical manner into a book, or, anyways, like even my big giant worldwide album, it's not as organized as it could be at all. I really just let that be a free-flowing kind of experiment for me, where there's no major rhyme or reason to how I put anything in that album. Certain pages are organized, and the stamps are even ordered, by number, year, whatever, but each page after page, it just you never know what the next page will be, and I kind of like that approach. As opposed to boring. Some albums I just find boring. It's just like, I don't know what to say. Some of them I just find boring, and so that one I kind of wanted to just be this random surprise. Page after page is. I go from Japan, and then it's gold foil stamps, and then it's just complete sets, and just like. Just never know what the next page will be, and I like that. But there is a side of me that can appreciate a completely organized album, let's say, that's, just Scott number organized, and, has a timeline to it and all that kind of stuff. I get it, I do. And that's, I think, how most stamp collectors approach building albums. Is they pride themselves on how organized and it is, and that it's absolutely written up, properly and immaculately, and everything is logical. And I get that. I totally do. It makes it more of a task. It makes it. I don't want to feel like I'm trudging through, building things, and I like to do what free flows naturally, what is fun, and that's what keeps me engaged. And I'm sorry to say that, just to talk about like the stamp community in general, a lot of you are really nice people, and you're just good people. You're nice. You're not overly critical. You're not stuck up. You're just good people that enjoy the hobby too, and enjoy learning from stamps. And I appreciate all you guys. It's a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate that you enjoy my videos and you support me in this channel. It's nice of you. You don't have to, and you do. Then on the flip side, there's like, absolutely, the stamp community has these old, stuck up, snobby, petty old men that, they're almost always old men that are just like incredibly self-righteous, and like they couldn't possibly appreciate anything I do because I didn't write up the all the stamps in an album properly or something. That whole generation, that whole side of this collector's hobby, those people have got to take it easy. Good grief. None of this is serious. It's all for fun. And, a lot of my videos don't even have a single dislike, even though you guys can't see the dislikes anymore. I'm going to say probably 80-85%, something around there, don't get a single dislike. People that watch my stuff like my stuff, and they like stamps, But the ones that do get disliked, it cracks me up because it's always one person. One person. It's like 97.2 approval rate, on my videos. And there's a lot of videos that get dislikes. It's just one. And I just picture some stuck-up, snobby old man with his nose up in the air going, I don't approve. And it's just funny to me. It actually makes no difference in the YouTube algorithm, dislikes versus likes, so it doesn't even matter to how my videos perform. But I don't intend to create content that people don't like, and I know that you can't excuse me, you can't satisfy everybody, that's for sure. Even the most popular videos on YouTube have dislikes, so this is the general public, and this is just people. It's the way it is, and that's fine. I don't take the dislikes personally, but I'm pretty sure that the people that dislike my videos are old men that are pricks. And you guys, if you're the old guy that's disliking my video and you're watching me right now, you're petty. You're petty. And you need to just take it easy. And anyways, those are just some thoughts that I've had. Like I said, overall, a large majority of the stamp collecting community online here is awesome. Easygoing, nice people, having fun, enjoying the searches, enjoying the learning. And it's a casual thing. None of it is critical. And this might even sound weird, but I don't even care about stamps that much. They're just little slips of paper. They don't mean that much to me. What matters to me is the enjoyment and the fulfillment that I get through all of the different aspects of this hobby. And I just wanted to put that out there and just chat for a while, give you guys some of my thoughts. I look at these two behemoth cabinets just full of stuff, and man, there's just so much history so much education, so much, you know, general engaging material to look at, and that kind of stuff always keeps me going. I feel like if I only collected American stamps, I would get bored. I love the worldwide side of things, and overall, I just like this hobby, and it's something that I will casually continue to improve upon and enjoy throughout my life. There's no rush, and nothing wrong with taking a break. And nothing, just a reminder, everybody, just stay humble. I mean, you don't know it all, and neither do I. And yeah, this is just a kind of task that you need to take your time and enjoy. Otherwise, there's no point in doing it. And sometimes I just want to look at pretty stamps. Sometimes I feel like really knuckling down and going and researching the history on a stamp and learning all about it to try and really get a deep understanding of all of the aspects of a stamp. And so it's a huge spectrum of how you can approach this hobby. And I just say, do whatever works for you. Do whatever you want. There really are no rules. Those snobby old stamp collectors that are stuck in their ways, I think that they inhibit this hobby from attracting and acquiring, new generations of stamp collectors to continue to keep this hobby alive. And that reminds me, I think Bob collects stamps. He has a channel. He did a video about how stamp collecting is dead, and he was talking about how he went to a stamp club and drove to a stamp club meeting near where he lives, and was just talking about basically what I'm saying, these stuck-up old pricks. He went in there and they were having, like a talk, and they were mentioning how there's no children there, and they like all applauded, and that there's no young collectors. Everybody was like 70, 80, 90, and they were just so proud of it, and that's what they wanted. They were happy, keep these younglings away. And he said he stood up and told them all that that's disgusting, and that that's wrong, and this is exactly why there's not many young stamp collectors these days, is because the community can really suck. And that's why people, I personally at 33, I wouldn't want to go to some stamp club that's just 80-year-old guys that are all incredibly snooty and stuck up. I wouldn't want to do that. What the hell? What is that? Who would? An 80 or 90-year-old snob, So, anyways, I found that video interesting, and definitely heard what he was saying. And so yeah, I feel like just to kind of end this off, I feel like there's just this crappy side of the hobby of the collectors that are know-it-alls and stuck up, and nobody wants anything to do with you guys. You guys suck. You need to relax, take it easy, take a deep breath, have a seat in your chair, and just let everybody enjoy the hobby. Stop being so critical. The nice thing is, these people don't have that long. They'll die. Isn't that screwed up to say? They'll be gone. And then all that will be left is younger generations of stamp collectors that hopefully are a little bit more lackadaisical and just casual. Take it easy. Have fun, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Life's short, This is all for fun. And if you're not enjoying it, then there's no point at all. Don't worry what people say. Just do you. Just like Bob Collects Stamps says, there are no rules. Okay? It's a free country. Do whatever you want. Have fun. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next week.